Hello, everybody. I'm Kyle Crowling. I'm a student at Gull Lake High School, and I'm taking the Introduction to Computer Science course. Currently, in this course, we are learning how to make a video game on one of three options: FlowLab, Microsoft Arcade. Those two are all web-based game development options. I use Roblox Studio, which is an application-based game development site. To install Roblox Studio, you need to first search up Roblox Studio. Then, once you see this link right here, you will need to click on it. For you, there would be a UI that tells you to sign in. I will actually log out myself and show you what that looks like. So if I go to dashboard, it would make you log in. I'm going to be using this real quick. I myself have an authenticator app to make sure my account is safe. Authenticator apps are amazing because the one I have it changes the security code every 60 seconds. That way, it is easily preventable for anybody to try and hack or steal your account. So by the time you see this, the code will have changed about 20 or so times. It'll be more than 20 minutes, but you get the idea. So I named my game as an obby, I guess, because I didn't really know what to name it. And simple things are easy names. Monetization reporting delays. That's too bad. I don't get paid by this. So, you click Edit in Studio. You have to have open in Roblox Studio. Then you would have to download Roblox Studio if you have not already. I suggest using this on a desktop computer rather than a laptop of sort. That way, it will be less laggy depending on the experience you are creating. I already have it installed, so I can just go over here. Oops, I opened another one. Whoops. Like so. And here, I have the game. Over there, I'll get to that later. So, first off, as a matter of fact, I will go to a new game and show you how I made it. First off, you have to have a base plate and a base spawn. These come standard with any option you choose. So when you want to go to create an experience, you can just scroll down here to open a template, and you can click on one of these options. If you go into one and click new, it will automatically choose the base plate option. The base plate is just a big brick with a spawn location, which is great because it allows for any type of creation at any level. So, when you can when you start wanting to create, there are many tools you have to use, such as the move tool up here, or select tool, sorry. This is used to click and select on an object. If you click and hold, it will drag the object around, like so. The move object can also allow you to select things. You can also move it like that, but you can also move it precisely with these arrows. Green is for up and down. Blue is for, well, it changes whenever you look. But green is for this way, and red is for that way. And if you click and hold while selecting it and move it, it automatically makes it the closest to the ground as possible. So what I had to do was I had to build a lot of things, such as a miniature house. I built it all from scratch, except for the house. I went to the toolbox right here. Actually, I'm going to keep that here. I went to the toolbox, as you can see here, or if you do not see it there, you can go to View, and if you look right here, it says Toolbox. Toolbox is used for many people to share ideas and share concepts they have. I used this house right here. This classic house has been used on Roblox so many times, and I think it would have just been the best way and the best thing to use. What I did to make the spawn was I used this house. For the base plate, well, for the spawn, I just put it right here, and it's okay if things collide, they're gonna. And I just use the move tool to move it below. And so when I do that, let me just make sure this is anchored. You want to make sure everything is anchored so when people touch the part, it doesn't just fly everywhere. Like if I make just a bunch of parts here and I click on play, which means you're testing the game. If I walk around, they'll just fly everywhere, like this, which is why you want to anchor everything. So if I go like this and I anchor, they will not move at all. After this, I had to make the actual obby, of course. For this, I just used a basic brick. Of course, it was anchored because it was having to float in the middle of the air. And I made it semi-wide. Actually, before that, I made a small ladder. So, to do that, I had to duplicate the bricks using Control D, as in dog. And then I had to space these between each other. They didn't have to be perfect, they just had to be close. Using this, I made a simple ladder. It may need some adjustments, but this should work as intended. Yep, like that. Simple ladder. And for realism, of course, I added sides to this. Using the scale tool, you can just drag it all the way over here, make it a bit thicker on this section, and then just do that. And you can duplicate it again to just move it over to this part. There you go. You have a simple ladder. After that, I grabbed one of these parts again, I duplicated it, and I made little jumping sections, like that, where you had to jump your way over to a checkpoint. Up there, and like there, like that. So when I go to play, I can just jump between them. And if you fall, normally you would fall into the void and get respawned all the way back to the start. I'm gonna just move this over here, hold on. Alright, so when people got to a checkpoint of sorts, I would mostly just come over here, copy this spawn thing, the spawn point, bring it over here, bring it up, and I'd probably, well, I mostly use this as a final jump, like that. Oops. That's the one tiny issue with using the select tool. And for this, in order to make it on touch, get teamed as that, I had to go and insert a code. But before I do that, I have to make teams, which if you come down here in this section on the bottom right, you would go to teams, click this plus button, and then click on team. I've made 2 teams now. One is going to be the standard team. I will rename as standard. And the next one I will name as checkpoint 1. These teams in Roblox need to have different colors or else they will not work correctly. So I'm going to choose this color. Why not? Lime green. And then in order for it to work, these spawn points have to have... Oh, wait, did I just take... Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. I need to duplicate this and put it back, or else it's not going to work correctly anyway. Even developers make mistakes. It's alright. And in order to have the teams be correct, you would, in the properties menu, you would have to scroll down a bit until you got to teams, team color. You would have to change that to white. Well, not institutional white, but okay, it looks like I'm changing the standard team as well to institutional white. That way, you will automatically spawn on that team, and it will bring you over here. For checkpoint 1, I have it as lime green. Therefore, this spawn location, I will have to put the team color as lime green as well. But the brick color itself does not have to be lime green. It could be dark red, maroon, if you wanted it to. And when you played... Okay, there's one thing I forgot to do. And that is make it so that these spawns are not neutral. Meaning that the spawns do not automatically... just make it so you have to be on this team to spawn here. So you have to go down and make it neutral. So, when you press play, you get here. Spawn here every time. Next up, when you go up here, and just like that, by changing this thing down here, meaning allow team changing, it allows team changing once the player connects to the block. Meaning, it will automatically team them as soon as they touch the block so that they will stay there if they fall down. After that, I had to do a lot of things. And I mean a lot of things. After that section there, I made parts with scripts, of course. Scripts are amazing. I'm just going to copy and paste the scripts from my other game because I don't feel like rewriting scripts right now. So, what I did was I used a simple transparency, and collision script. So I messed up in my other screen, but I used a simple. Dang it! What? Dang it! Crap. Okay. I keep on messing up. Whoops. Oh my god. Okay. Anyways. Let me just copy the script, and it should be this part. Yep. Then I paste the script into this. That way, it will actually work. So the script is just saying that if the part itself is anchored, yes. While it is anchored, it will wait 4 seconds. Then it will turn the collision off and make it semi-transparent. And then it waits 4 seconds again. Then it makes it so that it can collide. So that meaning if I go over here, I jump, I jump, I jump, jump, I jump. Ooh, I missed it. Oop, wait a minute. Did I make it? Nope. I jump, then I have to jump over here. But oh no, I fell. Why? Because collision is a funny thing in Roblox. And it changes something. Alright, so this script causes these collision things to turn off. So that way, I will have a way for players to actually have a challenge. After that, I made a few different things, such as this. A simple guess the path item. Oops, made it too big. So I'm just going to put it, just going to move it and put it over here. Let me make it a bit smaller. Alright, so how I made this was I attached many parts together, as you can see. And these parts, some of them, had a thing called snap, which meant untouched, it becomes non-collidable. So that way you would fall through. On the ones that don't, you were able to stand on it, such as the name of Guess the Path. So let me show you real quick. Ooh, scary. Wait for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now. Then go up there. Then I guess the path. Hey, I got it right. Oops. Let's say you get it wrong, though. Like this one. It automatically snaps itself for a few for as long as it is collidable. And then and then, oh my god, this is, I shouldn't have added that in. I need to disable that script now. So, unless you get the right answer, unless you pick the correct answer, you are unable to collide with the things, making it so that you have to respawn back at the checkpoint. After that, I didn't make this, but I inserted a tiny little maze. Just a small little maze. I didn't make this myself. I found it on the toolbox, which I showed you earlier. It was a fairly simple maze, but it was a decent one. And, I mean, all you really have to do to solve any maze is stick to the right side wall. The maze is pretty easy. But then, I added this. Whoops. This model here, let me just move it over here, made it so that on a collide with one of the red bricks, it would automatically respawn you. So, the difficult part was getting through them. Such as that. Even if a millimeter of your character... Oops, what's happening there? But even if a millimeter of your character collided with one of these parts, it would automatically kill you. Well, respawn you. To get past that, you have to turn your character sideways, walk through some, turn your character sideways again, and then walk through some more. It's a pretty simple concept. Then at the ending here, I made another checkpoint. And, oh, whoops. Dang it. I messed it up again. There we go. I forgot I added on to this section, this part right here, this ending area, I found on toolbox. So I'm gonna just add that, and that's close enough. Yeah, that's good enough. I'm gonna just move this up here. On this section, you would have to complete all the other sections to get to here, but this would cause... This section would be the one where you have to jump through a lot of hoops, and onto a lot of floating balls, between a lot of deadly bricks. Oops, I jumped on the wrong ones there. So I have to do it again, but jump through a lot of hoops and stuff to make it to the end. Dang. I lost again. That's too bad. But once you get there, it's mostly just a relax area where you can talk with other people. You know, just generally... Oops. Okay, I'm gonna... Actually, nah, I got it now. But after you make it there, if you want to, you can leave and rejoin the game to start the obby again. Or you could just fly around, help people, cheer people on with a few of the items there. So once I get up there... Oop, dang it. So once you get up there, you are going to be able to have a good time. Oops, okay. You get the gist. So, that is about it for my game creation. If I had more time to make this, which I do, I have a computer at home, I will finish my game. But if I had more time, I would probably finish adding the PvP area, meaning the player versus player area, as in the combat-esque area. For those who like to just chill around and battle their friends. And, well, other than that, thank you for watching. And I hope you all have a great day.